All right. Hello. Thanks for checking in with us here at Atlanta News First Plus on this Saturday. I'm Megan Packer. Hope your day's off to a great start. Lots of headlines to get you caught up on this morning. Very busy overnight for law enforcement across metro Atlanta, investigating at least 3 separate officer-involved shootings in 3 different metro Atlanta counties. So we will begin with one that we know ended with 1 person dead, and this is in Snellville. So let's show you this video that our crew shot from here on the scene in Snellville overnight, where again we know a person is dead after what started as a traffic stop ended taking this turn. So you can see this is right outside of a hospital. This is Piedmont East South Campus. The shooting happened outside, started as a traffic stop. It was around 4 a.m. The Snellville Police Department conducted the traffic stop on West Main Street at Fountain Drive. According to police, the officer told the driver he was under arrest and ordered him out of the car. They say that driver pointed a handgun at his head. Officers tried to get him to put the gun down. They say he fired his weapon and officers returned fire. That man was pronounced dead at the scene, and they say no officers were injured. So we have a crew out there right now working to get some more information about this, exactly who fired their weapons exactly, how exactly the man died. But again, this was right outside of this hospital. So we know that it affected operations for at least a little bit. We heard from someone inside the hospital. Sounds like people maybe couldn't come and go for a little bit just while police got this situation under control for a while. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation has been called in to investigate that. And they are also investigating in Roswell, where there was an officer involved shooting overnight. Roswell police shot a man in a bar. They were called out after the man was seen waving a gun, we're told, at the Mazzy Sports Bar and Grill on Alpharetta Highway. Police say the 34-year-old was being unruly and pointing a gun at people when the police showed up. This is a look at the shopping plaza where it happened. We understand that establishment is in this plaza here. Investigators say an officer shot the man just inside of the front doors of that business when he refused to put down the gun. He is in critical condition in the hospital right now. And in Haralson County, there has been a backup for hours. This is what it looked like up until just a little while ago, but it sounds like traffic is moving here once again. I-20 eastbound, right past the Georgia-Alabama border here after a police chase and shooting. The Haralson County Sheriff's Office says its deputies were involved in a shootout with a suspect in a chase that started in Birmingham, Alabama. They got word that the chase was heading toward Georgia. They were ready to start in that pursuit. They did so when it crossed into the state lines in Georgia. And they say that the chase really escalated when the driver spun out and started shooting at law enforcement. The last update we heard from them was that, the situation was contained. There was no threat to the public. Still need some questions answered about this one, including did they shoot the person? If so, the condition of that person, and if anybody else was injured. But you can see the traffic nightmare this caused for so many cars and trucks that were sitting on I-20 eastbound for hours and hours in Haralson County this morning. Also, some breaking news this morning out of the nation's capital, where President Biden is set to sign a package of spending bills today after the Senate worked into the early morning hours to prevent a government shutdown, but they did indeed avoid it. Senators passed the $1.2 trillion package of spending bills 74 to 24 hours after funding for several government agencies expired at midnight. Neither side got everything they wanted. Democrats are happy with the increase in funding for Head Start programs and new child care centers for military families. House Speaker Mike Johnson says Republicans got a win with the increase in detention beds for migrants and an ability to hire more Border Patrol agents. The Mega Millions jackpot is climbing once again. Nobody hit it last night, so this jackpot is up to more than $1 billion. Nobody won, so it's at $1.1 billion. That is a cash value of more than $525 million. Tonight's Powerball drawing, by the way, is $750 million, so you might as well go to the store today and get one of each, right? So good luck. Let's take a look outside right now. It is looking pretty nice. Let's pull up this shot showing Midtown Atlanta. If you were up bright and early with us, you saw that it was rainy out there. You saw that it was kind of damp and misty. Look at the blue skies, though, but also look at the wind moving this camera. So let's bring in First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi now to talk to us about what is happening with this forecast. There are so many different outdoor activities happening this weekend, Courtney, and at least we've got that sunshine there right now, so that helps. It's definitely a sunglasses Saturday.
Absolutely. And, it'll be pretty comfortable. Temperatures will end up in the 60s this afternoon, so not too hot, not too cold. Just right for the day today. And yeah, thankfully, the sun peeking out a little sooner than what some models were saying was going to happen, which ultimately means that the day will be nicer, right? More sunshine means at least some slightly warmer temperatures. I'll explain what I mean by slightly. But just overall, a nicer day as we make our way through the afternoon. So let's talk about it. Yeah, you can see the wind shaking that camera. I'm First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi. The wind is going to be a huge part of our weather story today. And let's talk about everything you need to know for the weekend and the week ahead. So today, breezy with maybe a few spotty showers. Nothing that you need to go canceling your plans for. It's definitely not worthy of that. But I don't think we're going to make it out completely dry the rest of the day. And then as we make our way into tomorrow, mild, sunny, and still breezy. And then Tuesday's our First Alert weather day where we'll watch for the chance for rain. So let's take you through what you need to know if you're headed to the Georgia Food and Wine Festival today over at Jim R. Miller Park in Marietta. Doors open at noon. Today will be a great day to go. You might need a light jacket, especially through like 1 o'clock or so, because temperatures are going to be in the low 60s, but that northerly wind is going to be a cooler wind. So when you have wind come out of the north behind a cold front, that's pulling in cooler and drier air. So it's not necessarily going to be like a warm summer breeze. It's going to be still a cooler early spring breeze. So you might want to grab a jacket if you're headed out at least between now and 1 o'clock. But then we'll bump near 70 degrees this afternoon. It'll be a great afternoon with temperatures again topping out in the mid to upper 60s. 20% coverage of rain. Again, that's just a spotty shower, and I'll take you through First Alert Futurecast in just a second. That's mainly for those of you who live east of the city. Highs today, again, area-wide suburbs, low to mid-60s in Atlanta, and then near 60 for the mountains. You'll be a little cooler up there. So as we head through the afternoon, again, we'll keep the mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies, but notice you see a few of those showers moving in from Gainesville to Athens down to Eatonton, moving from north to south. We had a front move in, and there was a low along it, and that low, we're going to get some of the wraparound moisture from that to offer us not only some extra cloud cover today, but also maybe a few of those spotty showers, mainly between around 2 and 5 o'clock this evening, but not going to be a reason to cancel any plans. As soon as they move in, they'll move out. Very quick moving spotty showers. And then as we head through the evening, we should completely dry out. Now, again, I mentioned the wind is going to be really the bigger issue today. If you are a vendor setting up tents today, you really need to keep this in mind. We're looking at gusts upwards of 35 miles per hour as we head past lunchtime. So whether you have an outdoor picnic planned today, any birthday parties for the kids today, anything that is aerodynamic, we're talking paper plates, napkins, all the good stuff, just make sure that it's weighted down because the wind will pick it up today. Wind gusts widespread 25 to 30 by noon, and then as we go to 2, 3, 4 o'clock, we're looking at gusts 30 to 35. Some spots could gust closer to 40 miles per hour, and even it's going to stay breezy through the overnight. So as you're driving around, just make sure both hands on the steering wheel, and again, just weigh anything down that is a little bit more on the aerodynamic side. Overnight tonight. With the wind dying down, the skies continuing to clear, we're looking at overnight lows in the 30s tomorrow morning, so it is going to be a very cold start. You'll need the winter coat as you're stepping out to church tomorrow morning, maybe grabbing an early breakfast. Inside the perimeter, we're looking at low 40s. There is a freeze watch for Towns, Union, and Fannin counties. That includes Blue Ridge. This is because your temperatures will flirt with freezing overnight. So if you live up in the North Georgia mountains, even in the foothills of the mountains, you probably want to cover your plants tonight just to keep them extra toasty and safe because it will get quite cold overnight. Now tomorrow, temperatures will rebound upwards of 30 degrees, so we'll be in the mid-60s tomorrow afternoon. It'll end up being a great day. Lots of sunshine, still a little on the breezy side, but not near as windy as today. We'll stay dry Monday, but you'll notice it's going to be fairly cloudy on Monday. We'll have a wedge build in Monday, and what that essentially does is keep us cooler and cloudy, sometimes a little on the misty side. So that's something that we'll contend with on Monday. Not going to be the most motivating start to the work week weather-wise. Tuesday's our First Alert weather day for the widely scattered showers along a cold front, maybe an isolated rumble of thunder. And then Wednesday, right now I have the coverage at 20%. Models are really struggling with how quickly this front moves out. where it's going to stall, all of the above. So, and that's going to play a key role in how much rain we experience Wednesday and Thursday. So right now we're going to keep a 20% chance Wednesday and Thursday because I think we'll be mainly dry. If you live east of Atlanta, the closer to the coast you are, the better chance you have for rain because that front is going to stall out somewhere along the coast. So that means the closer you are to it, the more moisture is going to get trapped in, the better chance for rain you have. So there's still some fine tuning to do with Wednesday and Thursday. Models have been going back and forth with how much rain we're going to experience on Wednesday. I'm going to take you through the GFS model. Either way, models have been pretty consistent that Tuesday night is kind of our target time for the most widespread rain as that front moves in. Thankfully, it doesn't look like we're going to experience severe weather with this, which is good because technically we are in severe weather season. We're entering into it. Doesn't look like severe weather will be likely, but maybe a rumble of thunder possible. And then by 7:30 in the morning, at least this model is thinking as you're headed out to work and school on Wednesday morning, this should be out of the way. It'll be breezy, and that front stalls along the coast and keeps us mainly dry on Thursday. This isn't necessarily the case with some of our other models. Again, rain is possible Wednesday and Thursday, but we're just not confident enough to give you that first alert weather day saying, hey, you're going to need to kind of pack your patience, give yourself a little extra time for your morning commute or your evening commute on either day. But stay with us here because as we get more information in, we will give the information out to you on the First Alert Weather app and on air online and here on Atlanta News First Plus. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. A few spotty showers today, again, mainly between 2 and 5 if you're east of the city. Mid to upper 60s today. Cold to start tomorrow morning. Highs in the the mid 60s tomorrow, Breezy tomorrow, windy today. Cloudy, cool, breezy on Monday. Low 60s for highs, some spots only in the upper 50s, so not the nicest start to the work week. That's all ahead of a cold front that brings us our First Alert Weather Day Tuesday for the rain. Looks like your evening commute will be a little on the messy side, so just prepare for that. And then Wednesday and Thursday, showers will remain possible, but will be a little warmer with temperatures near 70. And it does look like right now, Friday, we're on track to be dry with temperatures near 70 degrees. All right, everyone. Thanks as always for spending some time with us this morning. We had a lot of news this morning, and we'll continue to keep you updated on it throughout the day and tonight. Of course, our evening crew will have all of the latest information on a very busy Saturday morning, all of the follow-ups overnight or later tonight. And First Alert Meteorologist Cutter Martin will have an update on your forecast, so be sure to tune in a little later today. Thanks for joining us here on Atlanta News First Plus. We'll catch you here next time.